The 5 essential exercises to stay strong and youthful. The last one is the most important. Have you ever stopped to think about how you want to feel in a few years? Imagine being able to maintain the same energy, strength, and independence to do everything you love, without pain, without limitations, and with plenty of energy to spare. The good news is that this doesn't depend on luck, but rather on small decisions you make today. What you do now can determine whether in the future you'll be active and healthy or feel restricted by your own movements. But don't worry, I'm not talking about endless gym workouts or complicated exercises. In fact, you only need 5 exercises to strengthen your entire body, maintain proper posture, and ensure your joints keep functioning perfectly. And believe me, the last exercise is the most important. Many people overlook it, but it can make the difference between an agile body and a life filled with pain and difficulty. So if you want a simple, effective workout that truly makes a difference, stay with me until the end. I'll explain clearly and directly which exercises these are and how to perform them correctly to get the maximum benefit from each one. Number 5. Single leg Romanian deadlift. Have you noticed that as time goes by, simple tasks like bending down to pick something up or climbing stairs require more effort? This happens because, over the years, we lose strength, stability, and mobility, especially in the lower body. But there is an exercise that can quickly and efficiently correct this: the single leg Romanian deadlift. This exercise not only strengthens your leg and glute muscles, but also improves your balance and protects your lower back, preventing pain and posture problems. It teaches your body to move more safely and steadily, reducing the risk of falls and improving your daily autonomy. To perform it correctly, stand with your feet hip-width apart and your body relaxed. Choose a side to start with and shift your weight onto that leg while extending the other leg backward. Lean your torso forward as if trying to touch the ground with your hands, but always keep your back straight and your core engaged. The key here is control. It's not about speed, but about stability. Lower yourself slowly, and when you reach your limit without losing balance, return to the starting position, squeezing your glutes at the top. At first, this might be challenging, so if needed, support yourself with a chair or wall until you feel more confident. Over time, you can increase the difficulty by holding a light dumbbell. Now that we've strengthened the legs and improved balance, let's talk about an essential exercise for mobility and endurance. Number 4. Deep squat. If there's one exercise everyone should include in their routine, it's the deep squat. This movement is one of the most complete because it works multiple muscles simultaneously, including the thighs, glutes, calves, and even the core. Plus, it enhances the flexibility of the hips and knees, ensuring you can bend, stand up, and move without pain or discomfort. The first thing many people think when they hear deep squat is, "Oh, but my knees hurt." The truth is that squats don't harm your knees, as long as they're done correctly. On the contrary, they strengthen the muscles that support your joints, preventing pain and injuries. To do it properly, place your feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart and turn your toes slightly outward. Engage your core to protect your lower back and begin lowering yourself slowly by bending your knees and pushing your hips back. The goal is to bring your hips below knee level, but go only as far as you feel comfortable. If it's difficult, hold a light weight in front of your body or use support to help with balance. Over time, your body will adapt and your mobility will naturally improve. This exercise is essential because it mimics everyday movements like sitting and standing up, ensuring that you remain agile and independent for years to come. And if you're looking for an exercise that strengthens your upper body while also improving your posture, the next one is for you. Number 3. Push-ups. If there's one exercise many people underestimate, it's the push-up. Simple, effective, and requiring no equipment, this movement strengthens the chest, shoulders, arms, and core all at once. Plus, it helps maintain proper posture and improves your ability to push and lift weight, whether at the gym or in everyday activities. Proper execution is crucial to avoid shoulder pain and ensure you're getting the most out of the exercise. Start in a plank position with your hands slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Keep your body straight, making sure your hips don't drop. Now slowly lower yourself by bending your elbows until your chest almost touches the floor. Then push yourself back up to the starting position. If it's too difficult at first, do incline push-ups by placing your hands on a bench or against a wall. The key is to maintain control and proper form. Now that we've worked on the upper body, let's move on to an exercise that boosts your conditioning and accelerates fat burning. Number 2. Kettlebell swing. If you want an exercise that builds strength endurance, and power all at once, the kettlebell swing is unbeatable. At first glance, this movement seems simple, but when executed correctly, it can completely transform your body. It strengthens the glutes, thighs, lower back, shoulders, and core, while also improving cardiovascular capacity, accelerating fat loss, and increasing explosiveness in movements. You might be thinking, is this exercise really for me? The answer is absolutely yes, and here's why. Unlike many cardio activities that put stress on the joints, such as running on pavement or doing repetitive jumps, the kettlebell swing engages your body efficiently without excessive impact. This means you can improve your conditioning without wearing out your knees or experiencing unwanted pain. Plus, it's a fast-paced and dynamic exercise, perfect for those who want results without spending hours working out. Before we get into proper execution, let's talk about why this exercise is so powerful. First, it strengthens the posterior chain, which includes the glutes, lower back, and hamstrings, the back of your thighs. This is essential for maintaining an upright posture and preventing back pain, something many people struggle with as they age. If you spend a lot of time sitting and have that nagging lower back pain, this exercise could be a game changer. Another key benefit is that the kettlebell swing isn't just a strength exercise, it also improves cardiovascular endurance. Each repetition requires an explosive burst of energy, meaning that while you're strengthening your muscles, you're also building stamina and burning calories efficiently. Want a comparison? Studies show that 10 minutes of kettlebell swings can burn as many calories as an intense 1 mile, 1.5 kilometer run, but without the joint impact. Pretty impressive, right? Now that you understand why this exercise is so effective, let's talk about proper execution. And here's a crucial detail. Most people do kettlebell swings incorrectly. At first, it might look like the movement comes from the arms, but in reality, the power comes from the hips. The most common mistake is trying to lift the weight with your arms, when, in fact, the kettlebell should be driven by the strength of your lower back and hips. So how do you perform it correctly? Let's break it down step by step. Starting position. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart and place the kettlebell on the floor in front of you. Lean forward to grab it, slightly bending your knees and pushing your hips back. Do not round your back. This is crucial to protect your lower back and ensure that all the power comes from the right muscles. Picking up the kettlebell and creating momentum. Grip the kettlebell with both hands, keep your shoulders relaxed, and pull the weight slightly backward between your legs. This small initial swing creates the movement needed for the next step. The power explosion. Now comes the most important part. In a quick and controlled movement, push your hips forward and use that force to propel the kettlebell up to chest height. Notice that your arms are not lifting the weight. The power comes entirely from your hips and core. Step 4. Controlling the descent. Let the kettlebell drop naturally, but maintain control. As soon as the weight returns to the starting position, push your hips back again and repeat the movement. The key here is to keep the rhythm and not let the kettlebell pull your back forward. If you perform this exercise correctly, you'll feel intense activation in your glutes, core, and legs, and you'll notice your heart rate rising quickly. And the best part, you don't need hundreds of repetitions to see results. Just 3 to 4 sets of 15 to 20 reps are enough to feel the benefits. Now, you might be wondering, I've never used a kettlebell before, how do I start? Great question. If you've never done this exercise before, start with a lightweight kettlebell, something between 4 kilograms and 8 kilograms, and focus on technique before increasing the load. If possible, practice in front of a mirror or have someone check your posture. Once you feel comfortable, gradually increase the weight. Another great thing about the kettlebell swing is that it can be incorporated into different types of workouts. You can use it as a warm-up, add it to a circuit for fat burning, or make it part of your main strength training routine. The versatility of this exercise is incredible. Now that you know how to perform the kettlebell swing and understand its benefits, I want you to imagine how it can transform your body. Think about the strength you'll build, the endurance you'll develop, and the extra energy you'll feel every day. This exercise isn't just about aesthetics. It's about functional capacity, about how you move daily, and about how your body responds to everyday challenges. Now, let's move on to exercise number 1, the one that can completely change your life with consistency. Are you ready? Let's get into the most essential exercise of all, the dead bug. Now, let's talk about how to properly perform the dead bug. Lie on your back on a mat or a comfortable surface with your arms extended upward, aligned with your shoulders. Bend your knees at a 90-degree angle, keeping your legs lifted as if forming a right angle with your hips. Now, engage your core and press your lower back against the floor. This is crucial to prevent your spine from arching during the movement. From this position, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, slowly lower one arm and the opposite leg toward the floor. The key here is control. Move slowly, feeling every muscle in your core working to maintain stability. Then, return to the starting position and repeat the movement on the other side. At first, it may seem easy, but pay attention. If your lower back starts to lift off the floor, it means your core has lost activation, and you need to reduce the range of motion. Over time, as you build strength and control, you can increase the challenge by fully extending your arms and legs or holding small weights in your hands. Now, why is this exercise more important than traditional AB workouts? Because it strengthens the core in a functional way, meaning it trains your body to move as it actually does in daily life. Many people think having a strong core just means having defined abs, but the real purpose of strengthening the core is to protect your spine and improve movement capability. With a well-trained core, you'll experience improved posture, greater stability when walking, standing up, and even lifting weights. Additionally, the dead bug is an accessible exercise for anyone, regardless of fitness level. If you're just starting out, you can modify it by reducing the range of motion or keeping your feet on the floor. If you're more experienced, you can add resistance using dumbbells or resistance bands to further challenge your body. Now, think about this. How much time do you spend sitting each day? If you work at a desk or drive for long periods, you've probably felt lower back discomfort. This happens because prolonged sitting weakens the core muscles, leaving your spine unsupported. The dead bug is one of the best exercises to reverse this issue because it teaches your body to maintain stability even while moving. Still not convinced? Here's another reason to add this exercise to your routine. It improves your performance in almost every other movement, whether in the gym, sports, or daily tasks. A strong core means more strength in lifts, better balance in squats, more power in sprints, lower risk of pain when performing simple tasks like carrying grocery bags or playing with your grandchildren. Now, I challenge you to try this exercise. How about starting with 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps per side and seeing how you feel? Do this for a few weeks and notice how your body responds. I bet you'll see improvements in your posture, balance, and even overall endurance throughout the day. And to finish strong, remember, no matter your age or fitness level, you can always strengthen your body and improve your quality of life. Small changes in your routine can lead to big results, and the dead bug is a great place to start. So tell me, have you heard of this exercise before? Are you ready to add it to your workout?